This is chapter 2 of the book, okay, the chess analogy. All right, so as I wrote in the book, you know, one of my hobbies used to be playing chess. Okay, I'm not a black belt in chess, but you know, I learned a couple things, and it was my transition in chess opened my mind and it gave me a lot of ideas about comparing chess and jiu-jitsu. A lot of people say jiu-jitsu is the chess of your body. It's pretty much true. Okay, so I wrote in the book a couple things, and I just want to explain to you guys and show a couple ones over here. The first, similarity I saw, first is the checkmate. Okay, so in jiu-jitsu we have the submissions, which is the end of our training, because you have like a locks, arm locks, and chokes. That would be the position that you hurt your partner. In jiu-jitsu they give up. That's in chess they have a checkmate when you win your partner, and then he cannot do anything else anymore. I have to give up. Okay, so that's one. And then why is that important? Is our mind should be always towards submission. Okay, but submission is not everything. Control is very important. Okay, which brings us to the other one, is controlling the center of the board. So how did I come up with this idea? I thought I knew how to play chess, and my goal is always to get a checkmate. And one day I was reading this book, and this book saying like to be sure that you're doing well in chess, and the good guys, the masters, they don't go for the checkmate at first. They try to control the center of the board first. And if you're a master in chess and you're going to look at a game and you see who's controlling the center of the board, that tells the master that, oh, that guy is winning. Okay, for people that don't know much, they think, oh, I'm getting more pieces. If I get the most valued pieces in chess, I'm winning. But for a master that looks with different eyes, controlling the center of the board is more important. Okay, which brings us to what? What is the center of the board in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? What's the center? What do I want to control to make sure that I'm winning the match? Okay, and my conclusion was the center of the board was the center of the body. Okay, which are pretty much the hips. All right, the hips, as I'm going to explain further in the book, your pelvis is a piece of bone. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example how important it is so you can see. So my partner is going to lay down here, and so if he cannot move his hips and I move around him, how are you going to stop me from doing this? He has to do what? Turn his hips that way and move around. Okay, so it's very important for him to move his hips and create angles. That's one of the works he's going to do with his hips, and that's one of the uniqueness of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu when you're on the bottom. You have to move your hips. On the other hand, controlling the center of the board for me is make sure that all my idea is to keep him flat. So every move I have to make, I have to use gravity to, so if I see the guy's coming this way, I'm going to try to force him down this way. If the hips are upside down, I'm going to try to force him back to the ground, and I'm going to make sure that I have weight above him. Side control, I'm going to control the hips. Mount, I'm going to control the hips, I'm going to put my weight on the hips. So that for me was like open my mind, and now makes my jiu-jitsu much easier, because when I know what to do, what I'm looking for is to what? Oh, am I controlling the hips enough? So it's good for you guys to think about and read the book and try to get more into it, but it's a great concept to apply. The other one is thinking ahead. Okay, in Jiu-Jitsu you have to be thinking ahead. You cannot, I'm going to do A to B, I go here, there. There's a lot of situations going to happen. In chess, they say that at minimum three moves ahead to be able to win. Some of them has to see, they can see the whole game, even from the first move. Okay, so in Jiu-Jitsu you have to look as further you can. And how do you get there? By experimenting, thinking ahead. Okay, my partner, for example, we're going to give you an example here. So if I start putting pressure on my partner this way. You know, thinking ahead, you know, eventually he's going to move. He's going to try to do what? Push me back. He push me back. I go with the flow. You know, now is the perfect time to pass. Okay? Because I know if I'm applying the pressure, he's going to react, and that's when I have to go, and I'm already thinking about that. Now, when I'm already there, maybe he's going to put the arm up, then I go for it. Maybe he's going to open from the mouth. Okay, so those are concepts of chess, just to open your mind. You know, those are principles, because those things have to be used in Jiu-Jitsu every day.